Black women are crazy. Black women are promiscuous. Black women are angry. We live in a society that treats us like we're the bottom of the barrel when it comes to romance. Couple that with having to constantly prove ourselves as worthy enough, right? Be confident, baby girl, but not intimidating. Be smart, but not emasculating. Never enough, but too much, too damn much, all at the same damn time.
I'm Black and I'm a woman. That's two different struggles. I get on the bus and like some white people can like look at me like weird and I'm like, damn, he's probably racist because, you know, I'm Black. He's probably calling me like a Negro in the back of his head. I feel like we do get portrayed a lot as like angry Black woman. Like, you know, like when people try you and like expect not to get a reaction out of you. I feel like I get put in situations where I have to be like, okay, I can react to it and be this angry person and then be portrayed as an angry Black woman, or I can just, you know, turn the other way and be the bigger person. I've argued with white people before, and it's just like they really belittle you. It's kind of like I feel like they put me on this level, like, this is what I think of Black people, so that's where you're gonna be until further notice. Some white people need to get away from the fact that, you know, you have to be very open-minded. Like, you can't always be right. Certain things you have to look at from another person's point of view. I'm a Black woman and I'm gonna do what I want regardless.
My skin is yellow. My hair is long. Between two worlds, I do belong.
People have literally told me, they've been like, you're not Black. Just so you know, like, you're not Black. And I was like, okay. I was like, I don't know how to react to that because I am, like, that's all I understand myself to be. I am mixed. I'm Black. I'm white partially. My mom is white. And so we're kind of this, like, shade gradient of a family. And I remember, like, one of the first times talking about race was when I was 4 or 5 years old, and I told my mother and my sister, I said that I was white like Mom and that Jemai, my brother, was Black like Sarah because I was lighter than he was. Knowing more of why someone would have such a strong response to me as this like light-skinned girl saying that I am Black and saying that I can hold space in that experience, when for them they're like, you don't understand the like pressure, the social pressure and the expectations and the like violence that I have had to experience as like a dark-skinned person. Like I've like learned to understand that and be like, okay, like if this person's gonna argue with me, maybe there's time to like talk about that and unpack that, and maybe there's not, and maybe I just have to sit with like, that's my light-skinned experience, and own that. And be okay with it. I've been in a lot of situations where random strangers will say, oh, you're such a beautiful mix, what are you? Like, we would have beautiful babies together. And I'm always like, that is like I don't even know you. And you're like, oh my gosh, like your babies are gonna be beautiful. And I'm like, why are you talking about my babies? Like that's not any of your concern. Or they identify me as mixed. And then they start to ask me what I am. And if I were to just be one thing, or if I were just to say, oh, I'm Black, that wouldn't like kind of answer the question for them. You know, maybe I would answer like, oh, I'm racially ambiguous. You're not supposed to know what I am, you know, and then just walk away and leave that and hope that they like figure that out.
From the time we are young, every inch of us is scrutinized. We are told that our hair doesn't grow and that it's too coarse. Our noses are too wide, our lips are too big, and our skin is too dark. It was not only our bodies that were taken during slavery, but our identities as well.
I went on a mock interview with a bunch of classmates of mine, and one of the girls in my class was told that the way she wore her hair to the interview was like unprofessional. We Googled what professional hair looked like, and all that we saw was like straight hair, or if you did see an African American woman, like in the images, it was always like someone with their hair pulled back. Like, I've internalized that beauty is not what I am. I do get complimented when my hair is in its own state, but like when I have braids in, I get compliments too. And so at this point, I think I'm not changing myself because I want people to embrace me, but I'm changing myself because of the things that I've learned over time to become easier for me, the things that I think are beautiful, the things that I think make me beautiful, and not the things that make other people think I'm beautiful. White people have been taking Black culture and just turning it into something completely different for so long. You're kind of used to like seeing some person on your screen like appropriating culture that you used to find beautiful. It's hard to be in a beauty world when the beauty world doesn't accept your skin.
You is kind, you is smart, you is important. You is smart, you is kind, you is important.
Let me show you something. Look, right here. Guess what? She can see you on the camera. You gonna go watch me? Here. Look, let's set you up in the chair over here. This is Emery Reese Hodge, and I am Zena Hodge, and I'm a nurturing Black mother. In my upbringing, we probably weren't as affectionate as my child is, but you adapt, you learn, and you give your child the best that you have. It's like the mammy stereotype has shown Black women as nurturing towards other children. And I think that we're moving towards a more progressive view of Black women in the media, which is a good thing. But I do think that we are still in kind of a very strong, independent, dominant role. Being a Black woman is different than being a woman in America. Racism is one of the isms that you can't escape. It walks with you every day, and it comes home with you at night when you go to sleep. I will definitely have to have an honest conversation with my child about being a Black woman in America. I would say that out of all of the women that have been the most influential to me is definitely my grandmother. Her name is Betty Sue Mills Knox, and she was the definition of style, class, sassiness, wittiness, as well as hardworking and determined. Her example for me just has shown me that you just can never give up. Because the possibilities are endless. We almost have a rebirth of the Black woman, and we are entering into a space where we're just bold and confident and loving everything about ourselves. And I think that is just one of the most empowering things. And I'm excited that my daughter is able to experience that as she grows up and have so many models of great examples.
Out of the huts of history's shame I rise. Up from a past rooted in pain I rise. A black ocean leaping and wide, welling and swelling, I bear in the tide. Leaving behind nights of terror and fear, I rise. Into a daybreak miraculously clear, I rise. Bringing the gifts that my ancestors gave. I am the hope and the dream of the slave. And so, naturally, there I go rising.
My skin is black. My arms are long. My hair is woolly. My back is strong enough to